Wait, so we're on?
We're live. Don't panic. Oh, let me get those docks up. Oh, come on. Don't show. Doing that. It's not giving me my control panels. Huh. Let's go to, oh, okay. Oh, this tells you everything right here.
Yeah, that was some lag.
Yeah. Yeah, try
5 seconds.
Yeah, about 5 seconds. Let's see what it says the strength is. Oh, I can record it. Drop frames, status, drop frames, network, total data output.
See, now it's on. So does it vary?
Well, it's going to depend on the connection, how stable the connection is. It depends on. I'm not sure. Let's just do it and run it back and see what it looks like.
Right. The camera up there needs to be leveled.
Yeah. I don't want to see that. I want this. This is what we want right here, to see these.
Right.
Stream health. See, it says the health, stream health is excellent. I'm wondering if that, I'm going to pull it up on my phone. Yeah. Look. You can pull it up. Look.
Yep, I've got that. Ooh.
And then it jumps. So hey, we are live. Welcome to Team Argonaut's first live stream. We decided to get this all going for GenCon 2026, and today we're starting on my game, which is the ICRPG Cliffs of New Haven. I've got a lot of ideas in my head of what I want to make. By the way, I'm Charlie. This is Justin.
Hello.
We're just kind of doing this off the seat of our pants, so here we go. Starting off with, you can see here, I got this massive 2-inch thick styrofoam board. This is pretty much what I make everything out of. Hey, whoever that is, thanks for joining us, man. You're our first viewer ever of our first live stream ever.
Yep, thank you very much.
Be sure to hit that like button. It help us somehow. Not real sure, but they say that helps. So, but I'm getting ready to start carving some stuff up with start making this idea. My idea for like Cliffs of New Haven is, like, years ago I made a vertical cliff face, and it's kind of like a Donkey Kong kind of thing, where it had different, rock stairways that went up it, and the guys would the team would basically, you know, fight their way to the top of the cliff. And it had a couple little caves in it and stuff like that. And that's what I'm working off of. But I want to take it to the next level this time. It's going to be vertical and with walkways and cave entrances. But first off, I need to start getting the shape together. So where did I put my knife? So I need to start carving. Basically, I'm gonna kind of move this. Real sure what all you can see here. Yeah, here, let me scoot this down just a little bit. There's a lag on my. Is that right? Did I move that the right direction? Well, there's a pretty deep. No, that's the wrong direction. So we're gonna move it this way. Watching chairs. My tipping chairs over. Yep. There we go. So I'm thinking to start with this bottom end of the board. You'll be able to see a lot better once I get this chopped up here. I'll bring this back here. This is going to be the top, so this is all going to be stone and rock, so it doesn't necessarily have to be clean. You know, my cuts are going to be kind of rough. You grab that camera. I'm just going to snap this. There we go. Let me get this big piece out of the way. And please forgive us if the camera placement is kind of wonky on this, because I'm having a, we want to get it, it's going to take a minute to get everything, get our camera placement and everything set up right for this. And I've got the second camera here trying to give you more of a larger deal. So
yes, folks, we are going to be sharing our knowledge of crafting, and we will also be sharing our ignorance of everything social media and technology. So
yes, absolutely.
You'll please have to forgive us and watch our learning curve.
Here, let me kind of jack this up a little bit. So this is the plan. I'm going to have this board, and I'm thinking about actually cutting it I want to cut it in half. Another hard snap. I'm going to bevel these edges. It's hard to explain, you know, the ideas that I have in my head. A lot of my crafting, I literally do off the top of my head as I go. And I've always been more of a free form kind of guy. I'm not real good at sketching things and planning ahead. Or I like it to be more what's the word I'm looking for? More visceral. More natural. Let's check this out, Justin. Let's see what I say. I want to kind of make it at an angle like this. Because I can do this, make it angled like this, and then I can do like a large platform here, so that they work their way up the platform to the cliff face, and then they have the whole cliff face. So I'll have a lot more play area down here. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Now, what do you think about having a dip somewhere in here to give you
I actually last night where I measured this, I had it marked. I measured it to be at about chin height, but you're right. You're right, like a dip, like a cutout in here.
Right.
So I have like my head, we like, oh.
Yeah, you're like a little kid at the table.
So yeah, so we've got this. We kind of carve on this thing. Now this, between Mod Podge and filler, I can make this seam a lot better. Hold that for a second. Let me grab. I've got some over here. I'm going to keep adjusting this camera, trying to, because as we move around and stuff, it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot going on with this. Let's give you a, see, it's more of a side view. Yeah. For now, I'm going to use, I'm probably going to need a lot of these actually. Ooh, stab the crap out of myself. Ugh. I'm going to use some of these. I'm going to use some of these skewers just to hold it in place. Just take them and cut them off at an angle so they're pointy on both ends. Because right now I'm just kind of fighting with it to give it the shape that I want it. Let me just take a couple in there. These will just be to hold it in place until I can get jam that together. There we go. This down here is going to fall off. There we go.
Is that how you want it?
Yeah. It's pretty damn close. So we got this, and what I'll do eventually is I'll put those together and glue those sticks into place, and I'll fill this gap. I'll probably cut it so that it actually fits together a lot nicer. But like I said, I'm just kind of working on the shape of the whole thing right now. So we've got that. Now, I guess for this bottom piece, I'm trying to decide if I want to use the 2-inch or the 1-inch. Let me go grab a piece of 1-inch. I have a large piece of 1-inch in here.
Now the bottom piece, is it going to butt up all the way to the cliff, all the way around?
I was thinking actually have this set on it.
On top of it?
Set on top of it.
Yeah.
Because all the seams and everything will be pretty easily all the seams and everything will be pretty easily covered, where I'll have, be able to put like rubble. I'll have rubble and rocks along the edges and stuff. It'll hide a lot of those seams. Let me try something here. Let me get this OBS, make it real small. Here. Pretty sure I can. Trying to get this so that we can. Fucking bullshit. No.
Why is it being so difficult? There. There we go. Let's do this. Put that over there. That does not need to be open at all. There. Wow. Why is this being so difficult? Definitely need the another monitor. Nothing wants to fit. Oh well. We'll just have to deal with the lag.
And folks, this is our first obstacle in modern technology. Seems to have the best of us right now, but we will deal with it. We just have to add another monitor to the list, along with longer cords. We've got some serious cord problems too.
Let me see. Give me that razor knife. I've got another big piece of styrofoam in here. I gotta chop a thing off of it. Okay, you lift that up. Already destroyed it. Tore it up.
I am notorious for destroying miniatures and terrain.
Yeah. So, do some work around here. Why isn't this thing just not giving? Okay. And I know we don't have a lot of viewers, but that's going to be okay, because like I said, you make these things and you put them online, and people will watch them. You know, they'll look at it as a regular long form video, and the more you do it, the more people will catch you when you go on. And so this, if you can see this, see how I've got that base on the bottom, and I'm just going to kind of, let's see here, just kind of draw out this pencil what I want it to do. Have it come out. Is there more? Can that come forward?
Forward is
Oh, that's pretty.
right,
That's as far as we
yeah,
got.
about half an inch.
I don't know if I want that. Yeah, I can actually just do it like this. Bring it out like this. Slide this cut over here. The nice thing about styrofoam is that it's really easy to make it rocky looking. You just kind of make it wavy and break it. Simple. It's just that easy. Try not to break everything. Something like that. Okay. Is that right? Let's go back here. Let's give it I want to kind of mark where these, I'll mark it on the back side where I want this. Okay. And this front edge, I'll be able to, I'll chop this front edge to look like, you know, by doing it. If you've watched my other crafting videos, we can let those go for a minute.
Thanks for the warning.
You kind of run your knife along, take that corner off because you don't want anything 90 degrees. You can be a little rough on it because it's going to be stone. You're going to texture this and smash it so much. There isn't much you can do to screw it up at this point. The only thing, you just don't want to remove too much. You want to keep it as close as you can to the edge. And then if it gets to where it looks too uniform and too straight, you know, like that edge right there is kind of straight, you just put some divots in it, take some chunks out, put some deeper cuts into it, kind of open it up, and undercut them. Gives you some of that shadow, you know, when you painted, and gives you these black shadowy areas on the underside of it, because the players are going to be sitting on the front side. And let the massive mountain of styrofoam on the floor begin. When I do these things, I end up making such a mess, and you have so much of it that's left over. And even this corner out some. And this is just detailing, basically. I know what I want to. I know what I'm working towards. I know I've done so much of this stone stuff in the past that I think Justin can attest for that.
Yeah.
90% of my terrain is stonework, because this is like the easiest, fastest thing you can do. Kind of drag that blade over it, kind of opens it up. It gives you that nice texture. I don't know if you can see that. I'm gonna bring it up here. Drag that blade over it, knock the dust off. You see that nice? I'm gonna bring it way up here. And once you paint it, you put a nice thick black, nice thick black coat of paint on it, and then go over it with that gray hitting just the top, and all that detail pops out. Looks really good. So I'm just going to kind of hit these edges. You hit those. You don't want any 90-degree angles. Anything that looks like a 90, drag that thing over. I would recommend doing this. You should probably wear a mask. But my old man lungs have a nice coating of styrofoam by now, so.
I don't think it's so much the scraping and the cutting, it's when you use that hot wire thing.
Yeah, the hot wire cutter.
Yeah, with the smoke, which is burnt plastic fumes.
Hit these. Do the other Argonaut guys know that we're doing this today?
Yeah, a minute ago when I was on my phone for a while, I was on all of our group chats, and the Argonaut Discord channel and all that are.
Now,
I just told that we're streaming.
Is the Argonaut Discord channel open to people?
I don't think so.
We should probably.
As in, can you look it up? I have no idea. I hope so.
I know that you can. I know that you can give permissions on there where you can allow certain people into certain areas and stuff like that. Maybe we should look into doing that and have just an open public, you know, like a public general chat forum, or you know, and then another one for like questions or whatever. Another one thing that's real popular in the other YouTube space I'm in is that people will have their Discords and then they'll have a self-promotion link in there,
right?
So that other creators can come in and post links to stuff that they're doing.
Right.
But
okay. I've seen those.
It kind of helps. It helps to generate community and connections. You know, it's a networking opportunity. You see another creator coming in and putting stuff in, and you know, stuff that you like, or you have questions about how he's doing something or whatever. It's a good networking tool.
Right. Well, I've got the next 2 days off, so I can. I'll let.
Yeah, look into it and see, you know, if you can create like a public forum versus, you know, and then you could have the private forum for the actual Argonauts dungeon masters. Now the Argonauts, for those of you who those of you who don't know, you know, we're a group of trying to close this damn Fedora.
A group of gamers that are wanting to share our experience and knowledge with the world.
Yeah. Why is this?
Is our logo. That's our motto.
Why isn't this thing closing? Close window. That's good. We got chats. There we go. Foam scrapies. Knows how to do all that. I talked to Justin about it. I see if he's got time to show me sometime. Hell yeah, Mike. Thanks for coming through, man.
Sweet.
He knows how to do all the Discord stuff, Mike. Definitely need that other. This is driving me crazy here. I don't know why this frickin' minimize all this. I'm trying to figure out why it won't let me close.
We didn't just close out, did we?
No.
Once again, here is our ignorance of everything new, all this newfangled modern technology. There we go.
I like how. Will it let me pull this out? There we go. Pop out chat. That's what we want.
And also, at some point, we will put up in graphics some of our Team Argonaut info. Like, you can find our webpage at teamargonaut.net. Someday in the future, there'll be graphics for that.
Yeah, I'm working on it. There's YouTube. Where's my OBS? There it is. Okay. Don't need that. OBS is such a pain in the butt sometimes. This program I'm using that should let me chat this out, pop this window out to make it. this is the one we want to watch, but I want to be able to see. I guess I could just put it down here. There. Okay. Where'd my chat window go? Okay, there. Met him at Chaosium Con. So is the blue foam different from the pink foam? Yeah, I've used both. The pink foam is a lot softer. I mean, it textures really well, you know, but it's lighter and softer, and it's too soft for me, I think. I prefer the blue. The blue is more of it has a like a stiffer consistency to it, and the pink foam's real soft. And another thing, like once you get through the shiny finished layer, the pink foam sucks up paint, where when you paint it, it actually absorbs the paint a lot more than the blue foam. The blue foam isn't as porous, I guess. I mean, they both work. I just prefer this. I prefer this. And this is green. I think there is an actual blue foam too that I've never used. This is kind of like a greenish blue. I don't know how well you can see that. It's got a lot more. It's got a lot more stiffness to it. I like the way when you seal it. Cause I'll seal it and put like a couple thick coats of Mod Podge on it, and once you seal it, it's pretty hard. Where the pink stuff is still soft after you do that. I've noticed it still has a where you can kind of you can dent it with your thumb a lot easier. This just kind of takes this holds the texture a lot better than the pink foam does. So that's stage one of my texturing, doing those edges. The next stage is oh shit, crawling down on the floor.
It is Jacob Cook. Is that Teddy? Yes, Teddy, I did. I bought a new beard trimmer and had an incident with it, and I just decided to start over.
Hey,
this
Teddy.
happens to be on the week of our inaugural live stream, so you'll get to see not only our advancing our knowledge in all things technology and social media, and you'll also see my beard grow back.
We can
stay tuned. It'll be very exciting.
Stay tuned for the beard. Hi Julie, hi Mike, hi Jacob, Teddy. Be sure to hit that like button, everybody, if you haven't. Yeah, the Minwax polyurethane, it's a lot more expensive. I mean, I buy the Mod Podge by the bucket, and the first round sealer for my base coat black, I mix the Mod Podge with black paint, and it's just basically like a thick gluey black, and I base coat everything with that, and then once I'm done painting, I just run another thick layer of Mod Podge over the top of all that, and and let it dry clear. I've used Minwax. I use it on miniatures and stuff like that, but it's just too expensive to use on large projects. I don't. And yeah, I know you can use it if you're careful with the distance. Like how far you hold the head away from the foam, that it'll keep it from eating it. But if that propellant in it, if you get too close to the foam, the propellant that's in any kind of spray can stuff will melt the foam. But mainly just price wise, I do everything as cheap as I possibly can. This, if you watch my other crafting video on the circular boards, you need a rock. a good rock. And you take that rock and you roll it and grind it in. I don't know if you guys can see this. This gives you that perfect.
It is all in the rock, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
Iron pyrite is recommended.
See, here I drew those lines. Those lines. I might have to do something with those. You can see, if you can see here where I drew the line with the pencil, it kind of scraped in on that side and over here, where that pencil kind of scraped in to the styrofoam. But I have a way to fix that too. Well, I'll show you when we get to that point. I'll show you how we can cover that. Normally that first base coat, that's the other thing I like about that first base coat. You mix that thick black, mix the black paint with the Mod Podge. It can be thick enough to fill in, you know, little mistakes and gaps. You just kind of mix some styrofoam, you know, a lot of these little dusty pieces of styrofoam. I'll mix it in, you know, kind of mash those down into the spots that I want covered up, and put a thick layer of that black Mod Podge over it, and it cover most everything.
Another thing I advise for the folks out there is maybe getting a glove, maybe a mechanic's glove or a light leather glove, because not everybody has calloused hands of stone like Charlie.
Yeah, yeah, because you need to press on this. I mean, you need to put a decent amount of pressure on it. But I mean, you just kind of roll this out, you know, and it can end up looking kind of uniform, and so then you just kind of throw the rock at people, and you know, you take the rock and kind of put some crushed areas in it. You know, where a nice rock will do you. Rolled up ball of aluminum foil, yeah. The problem I've had with that is, like I said, this green foam, it's a little bit thicker, and you end up the aluminum foil has, like, after you use it for a few minutes, it kind of smashes out and doesn't give you as good a texture, where I prefer the rock, because it gives me I've been using this rock since I started.
I'd say years and years and years.
Yeah, we're probably at year 6 or 7 I've been using this rock. I wouldn't be surprised if eventually it ended up round. I'm gonna wear this thing down. But yeah, the aluminum foil works good too, especially for like smaller pieces. But instead, the time I used it before, I had to keep adding to it because it kept just smashing down into a smooth little ball on me. Teddy wants to special guest star on the next one.
Sure, absolutely.
We'll have Teddy here when I show you guys how I get my fresh razor blades on my razor knife.
We will be teaching you the game of razor blade Russian roulette. I'm streaming. We're live right now. Sorry. They were in the bedroom with the door closed when I went in there. I told everyone else and told them to tell them. As this moves along, you guys will realize that I have 100 grandkids who don't mind me at all. And you'll probably meet all of them at some point. They love to wander in on me. Now, can they see the texture that's going in? Can you guys see the texture going on? Because I'm looking on the camera, and it doesn't look all that obvious. But man, it is. Let me try to.
Here. Yep. Lifting it up here. there. So you can see that texture that it's created. And really, it's kind of light. I mean, it looks like a decent amount, but it's kind of light actually. It needs more of the large pitting to it. So once I got a decent amount of texture all over it, kind of make sure I get all the spots. But like here, like if you look in this area in this corner, see how it's kind of basic. It's got these little spots that are a little more smooth than the others. And what I'll do is take this rock and really grind it in there. Add it where that line is. I'll grind that in. Now look at it.
It makes for some really good pitting.
It creates, you know, just creates some real good. So it looks like old cheese. Yeah, but you know, it's just that, you know, and it really is just how much time you want to spend on it, how much detail you want to put in it. Yeah. Okay, now back to the.
Probably not going to do anything.
Yeah, you can see it in the picture-in-picture, but yeah, and I just did the texturing up to the lines where the verticals are going to go. Now my verticals, now this is where I have to kind of. This is where all my pre-planning comes in, which was none, literally. Hold that. This, I may even. I may even do something like a. Did I use that much of that? Because at this point, I mean, it's literally just cobbling together the shape. You know, once I've got it all together, then I can go and add the I could do something like that to cover that seam. And we're basically just going to have.
Got a special shout out back to Alex. Hey Alex, hi. It's my #1 grandson.
Hi. Hey. Hi Alex. But the idea is basically, hey, I'm talking like, you know, Donkey Kong style, you know, where you're gonna have the ledges that come up, and one of my concerns with building this, and I'm hoping I've come up with a decent solution, is that I don't want it to be just Donkey Kong, you know, where you're just up and down, and you know, back and forth. And the only way I can come up with getting around that is I had to add more of a 3D element. Charlie Chan. I need more of a 3D element to it. So instead of just the walkways, or, you know, the paths on it, I'm going to have like a path that comes here and comes out with holes in the middle that go down. Also, that also was adding this, where I'm probably going to put like another layer, you know, another layer here, you know, so they come up onto another level, and I'll probably have that second level go all the way up to it, and then on the other side maybe have a third level
that goes to it. So there's different options of how to attack, how to climb the wall, how to go at the wall. But a lot of the design of the walkways is going to be the hard part, and I may have to break down and kind of sketch it out. It's like the original one, I just kind of the original, I just kind of cut the pieces out and held them up there and kind of mishmashed them all together, and just kind of tried to create. A lot of times when I'm making stuff like this, I want it to look cool, and trying to get that balance between it. Trying to get the balance between it just looking cool versus being playable. That's the hard part, is making that balance of I want it to look really cool, but I want it to be very playable, and you can give and take a little on either side of it. Where not to be a lazy dungeon master, but that's like what you have to do. If it looks really cool and it's playable but cool, it's a win. So,
like, one of the challenges of playability that we're going to be facing is game mastering from behind this thing. Right now, I'm not reaching anything below this level, and even at this level, I'm knocking around the board and stuff like that. I can't really see it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to, I don't know, one thought is cut a big notch right here that you could be able to fit your arm, or maybe not as much of a notch right here, but a notch right here and a notch right here,
so you can
make it reachable. Make that notch on both ends. I mean, maybe not a notch, maybe just a general curve in and out.
Yeah.
Or make this much of an area notched in to be.
I wanted my original idea was to have it literally, probably another third as tall as this. I wanted a big, tall one, but the more I thought about it, with this being on the round table, I've got the round table with 5 people, and it's dungeon mastering it is going to be difficult, I think. Where I think my best shot's going to be, I'm going to have to come around the sides on either side of it. I'm going to have to dungeon master it from the sides, and that's going to be hard with 5 people at the table.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be hard, but it could be the kind of thing where I'm just walking around behind them the whole time, and when let them move.
I guess that is true. You could have this pushed all the way back to the back of the circle, giving everybody at the table a better view.
And then I'm walking around behind them, and like you said, I could either cut out this piece right in here so my head's in the middle, so I can be like, oh, the monster at the top of the, or exactly, Mike, a lifeguard chair, or a stool, a stool of some sort that I can stand on that puts me up above.
Oh yeah, they make those little ladders that are only like.
We've got
tall.
one. We've got one like a little step stool ladder thing or whatever.
Right.
Something like that will actually put me up. But
to answer Dylan's question are we going to put grids on this for the minis? The game system Charlie's going to be running is called Index Card Role-Playing Game, and what that is, it's a really stripped down version of the D20 system. And one of how you measure distance in ICRPGs, what we call it for short, is on your hand. From the tip of your finger to the tip of your thumb, that's a full move?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what a full move is. And that's how you measure the distance. Anything beyond this is also considered to be what, long range?
Yeah, anything beyond it's called a banana. That distance, which in D&D is basically, what is it? 6 inches. Like your regular Dungeons and Dragons full movement.
I think it's 20 feet, 25 feet, one or the other.
Yeah, but anything beyond that is considered far, because you have far. What is it?
It's
close, near, and far. So close is where the two characters are standing directly beside each other.
And can attack each other in melee from close.
Yeah, for like melee. And near is half of a full movement,
which is often measured by 2 fingers straight down like this.
Yeah. It's a very loose style. Yeah, it's a very loose style. My CRPG, the main point of it was to get out of the muck and get to the game. You don't need a measuring tape. You don't need grids. You can move that far. If you want to do an action, you move half that far and do your action. Yeah. But yeah. So.
Yeah, we gotta look up Daggerheart too. I've never heard of that myself.
Daggerheart.
Have you ever heard of Daggerheart?
That sounds familiar.
He said it was it sounds similar to Daggerheart.
Who makes Daggerheart? Do you know? Like who? It isn't Runehammer Games, is it? Runehammer is the one who made ICRPG. The old Hanker and Fairnell, the Drunkards and Dragons guy. Sorry, I got a mechanic shop across the street from me, and apparently they want to rev their engines. I don't know if that's picking up or not. But I'm sitting here thinking I've got another idea. It's
Darrington Press.
Darrington Press. Yeah, I'll have to look that up. This guy like right here. That sucks. They're right across the street working on something. Sorry about that. Where's that knife? I'll go out there with my razor knife. Shut them up. I got an idea here. That's crazy. They don't hardly ever do that. Another thing is to Are you kidding me? Is that you? Is that your car?
I'm about to go see.
That might be Justin's car. Don't go into the light. I know that door's bright.
Oh, did I blind everybody with that?
They were saying, "Don't go into the light. Don't go into the light."
I made it back. I'm not sure if it was mine. It quit just as I got out there.
So right now I'm just kind of playing with some different ideas on how to build up this ground floor base. I mean, and we definitely, I won't get all of this figured out today, but this is like the beginning process, the start of it all. Try and just get the ideas flowing. A lot of it, if I get it basically like a live sketch for me, to create a
Yes, there's been a few times where he's invested dozens of hours in a project to start over from scratch.
Say, well, okay, now I know what I want to do. Create these. Maybe something like this, and do like a stairwell on one side. I don't know if you guys can see all that real well.
Basically a kind of like a platform. There's different, I mean, I have a few different ideas, you know, story-wise, and that's the other thing. I mean, I'm putting myself 100% out here on my creative process. Most of the stuff I build, I have some ideas of the story that I'm using, you know, like the actual adventure. But when I do big projects like this, I will create the adventure while I'm building it. So that way the adventure and the terrain kind of goes hand in hand. Or like at this point, I'm sitting there, I'm looking at this platform on the ground level. Like they're gonna have to fight their way to the wall, or get their way to the wall. There's going to be a big battle here before they even get to the wall, and it may be something that they have to run from, and they're climbing the wall to running from it, or I've got a few different ideas. There could be a large ritual going on here, and to stop the ritual, they have to get to the top and push a large boulder off to kill the people, or just different ideas. But that's kind of the way my creative process works. That I will mold the adventure to the terrain as I'm building it, and yeah, I do it all ass backwards. Very little planning, just build it off the hip, and create the adventure as I'm building it. And for ICRPG, the type of game it is, which it isn't real heavy role playing. It's more, you know, run and gun fight kind of stuff. You know, it works well for me. You know, and I think that's why I glommed onto it so quickly, because it's real easy to just kind of mash the ideas together and make it fit with the terrain you're running.
There's some role playing. There's enough role playing to it.
I mean,
I guess it's mostly up to the players, I suppose.
Yeah.
Because our ICRPG group they got all kinds of personality in that.
Yeah. And and a lot of it, the way I dungeon master, that I have been trying to work more role playing into it. But like I said, I'm more, you know, I like battles. I like big battles. I like evil rituals and magic users that are gonna fill the room with gas and kill you if you don't kill them. You know, I'm more of a battle centric, you know, kind of, you know. And I can't remember what it was. Oh, I think it's on our website, my description, where I came up. You know, I'm more of a war game RPG kind of thing, where I like a big war game, like a Warhammer style table, but you're running your ICRPG characters across it, you know, fighting. Where, you know, it's kind of like tabletop wargaming, but role playing. And I'm sitting here looking at this, trying to decide how I want this. A lot of it, you know, a lot of it's going to come down to, you know, how I'm going to design the walkways. And maybe like from the bottom here, have one going left and one going right. But you got to think though, with the characters, like this is, the walkways are going to basically be this. Let me make one. Where we got.
You're blocking it.
Like that. You know, this is a very rudimentary start to one. But this is how I'm
this is basically what the walkways will be like. You know, some thicker, some thinner. I'll have some that are wide enough for two people side by side. A lot of them are going to be single file, so that the lead person is important. But they'll be like this. I'm thinking about, like I said, I'm thinking about having one that comes out across out here, that you know, with the hole behind it. That's another thing I have to figure out, is the fall mechanics. Like, how am I gonna? The last one was set up that any of the areas that you could fall, you'd have a walkway and an opening, and you'd have to make the jump to get to the next. But there'd always be another walkway down below, so if you fell, you were just one layer below. Where I want to make this one more dangerous, where you're going to fall multiple layers and take, you know, a serious amount of damage if you fall, just to make it a little more deadly. Not all of them, but there will be a few spots in it where if you fail, you're going to hurt yourself.
Can you make this screen bigger so I can I'm trying to manipulate this smaller camera to kind of to follow you as you go.
Oh. If I do, it's going to be bigger on the...
Oh, okay, no, never mind. Yeah, don't do that. I meant more, can have this picture fill the screen.
Oh. Yeah, let's see here. There you go. Show window, where is it? Preview projector. There. Is that better?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I definitely like that. I can see what's going on better.
Yeah, cults are fun. I'm usually interrupting the rituals, but they're a great way to identify the boss. Yeah, the boss is usually the thing with the tentacles coming out of the portal. Gonna have things to throw. I've seen some of his finished work and I was amazed. Well, thank you very much, Jill. Yeah. Yeah, things to throw and drop. Yeah. I think boulders. You know, obviously you'll have boulders, you know, or large rocks that you can push off the ledges onto people. Other people, you know, bad guys, you know, so I'm sure there'll be some kobolds or, you know, something you can push down onto other guys. I don't know, any other ideas? What else would be good? What you know, what other ideas do you think you'll have what other ideas do you have of me being able to, like, maybe I could have like like the fire pit things, like a cauldron. You have like a cauldron of boiling water or whatever, or a cauldron of hot oil that you could tip over and dump down onto some people.
Ooh, there you go.
You know,
yeah,
stuff like that. Have cauldrons. Or just,
ooh, you know, could
bonfires.
Maybe be cool to get some what do they call it, tinsel, Christmas tinsel or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And when you dump a cauldron, then can you have like
And the tinsel
unroll and
like black tinsel.
Right.
Yeah. Hot drink, dumping hot oil on people. Yeah. I'm gonna step here, but so yeah, I mean, I kind of, you know, when I'm building stuff like this, I get to a point. Yeah, I need rules for slipperiness. It just be movement is hard, you know, or move, you know, you have to make a roll for movement. A stockpile of something magically explosive. Yeah, it's a good idea, Dylan. You do, or like Yeah, like some type of what is it? That liquid that's explosive.
Nitroglycerin.
Nitroglycerin. Block and tackle. What's that? What do you mean by block and tackle? Isn't that what you like do a horse with?
It sounds like something for fishing to me.
At the risk of sounding like a dumbass, what's block and tackle, Mike? What do you mean by that? I mean, I know I should know what that is. I thought that was something to do with like horses, like.
My guess is fishing.
Oh, a pulley. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, yeah. I do like pulleys. You know, like where they have to like crank. You know, where you have to crank the wheel to raise. Ooh, I can have like elevators.
Ooh, yeah, there you go. That's how you get from one level to the next.
You want to bring this goat up to the higher level that's carrying all the explosives, and so you have to make it up to the top and work the crank to bring the elevator up to bring the goat up, or something like that.
Yeah, or the horse or mule or whatever.
Pulley says not horse tack. Old school counter ride elevator. Yeah, like an old school elevator. Yeah. Is that Sam?
Who?
Samuel Sickle?
Yes.
Hey Sam, thanks for coming through, man. I appreciate it. Be sure to hit that like button, everybody. Subscribe to the channel. Make these old men famous. Let's do it.
Oh, another special shout out to my wife of 15 years. Hey Jill, love you.
Hi Jill. Isn't there an Andy Griffith episode where a goat ate a pile of dynamite? It's explosive. That's awesome. I don't know if I've seen that. I can't believe I haven't seen that.
That might be what it is. That sounds pretty awesome.
Now I'm gonna pull it up on your phone. Pull it up on your phone. Are you guys still there? Did we lose you? It says we're still on there. It says we're still live. What are you seeing?
Now, whenever I try to bring it up on, I'm not bringing it up live. I'm just live.
What the hell is it making me sign in again? Yeah, we get it back. It says connected.
All right, so and does this say we're live? But shouldn't we be able to see ourselves?
There we go. Can you guys hear us now? I don't know what happened. I think I lost connection with the chat for some reason.
Yeah, I've got us on the phone. Sorry, folks. This old people brain fart.
Sorry, folks. There we go. Now it's saying, now it's connected.
I thought we had a problem, but apparently we didn't.
Yeah, it was weird. We lost the connection to chat for some reason.
So we're back on our end.
We're old people. Yeah. There's definitely some old people problems. So yeah, I think. So my next step's going to be. So I have to do this in the right order. So I can start working on this base piece down here. Is these I need to individually go through and texture them, because once you connect them and start doing stuff with them, it's a pain in the ass to lay it down and roll it out. So you got to lay it down and roll it out, texture it all real well, and then pretty much texture everything before you attach it. Because if you glue it on and start attaching it, I'm stuck on the idea of goat explosives.
Ooh.
goat explosives. But everything has to be textured before you attach it, because if you try texturing it, you know, the way I do it, you end up breaking it off, and it has to be textured before it attaches. So, yeah. So, I guess I'm trying to kind of keep this off camera, which I did find out it's you don't get in trouble for this.
Okay.
So we can take these down. I think I do like the angle that I'm working with, so I can work with whatever I want my base to be. Let's see here. Capropods. Half goat, half spider. Ooh, spider goat.
Ooh. Explosive spider goats.
Yeah. That sounds like that sounds pretty awesome, actually, Mike. Cause,
It does.
Because they can be like mountain goat spider things that live on the side of the cliff. How many of them do you have?
Wait, he has some?
Yeah, they're called capropods. Half goat, half spider.
Yeah.
Half goat, half spider sounds horrifying.
It does.
Yeah. Arachnid goat explosives. It's amazing.
And we're gonna trademark that.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool, actually. Yeah. How many of them do you have? Do you have a bunch of them? So this wanna yeah, straight to go. It kind of I'm looking for my paper.
Well, while Charlie looks for his paper, this is his game that he's going to be running at GenCon 2026 this year. And future episodes of this, we're also going to be showing you how we make the terrain for my games. Now, my games are in modern day, so it's kind of a whole different process than this is, and it's really cool. I can't wait to show you guys. All right, so he found his piece of paper, and what's the purpose of this thing?
I'm kind of making a template because I don't like the way this is shaped. So I'm going to making a template for this angle so I can cut. I'm making a template for this angle so I can cut a piece that fits good to the lines to where those verticals are going to sit. This would probably work a lot better with a pair of scissors. So we have that and that. Now it's just a matter of how large do I want this platform to be. Like, I'm just going to kind of draw this out so I can cut a piece that'll custom fit. Yeah, I like that. You could even make it come out a little farther on this end. Okay, so I'll have this large area lower, and then this large area all the way out, all the way out. That's higher. So they have to get up on the higher area to get to the wall. Okay, so scrap. Cut off a chunk here. Yeah, we can, Justin, if you want. We can next Sunday if you want, we can we'll start yours. We kind of rotate back and forth. Damn it.
One.
God damn it. I mean, I'll use
Scrap.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be able to use all this for those ledges.
So yeah, this is our inaugural week, our first week on, what are we doing?
Move that out of the way. I'm gonna set this up there.
Our first week of live streaming, and as of right now, we plan on doing this every Sunday, probably around this time. Maybe getting started a little earlier, but
Yeah,
every
I'd like to start a
Sunday
little
up
earlier.
until GenCon. We'll be doing something or other for our games that we're playing out there. And just to do a quick run through, we're going to be playing, Charlie's going to be running this game that we're making the terrain for right now. It's called the Cliffs of New Haven.
Yeah, the Cliffs of New Haven.
The Cliffs of New Haven. Spoiler alert, what we're talking about and doing here, if you plan on playing the game, you might, well, I don't want to tell anybody to stop.
Don't stop.
Well, if you keep watching, you will know what the game's going to be when you get there. Let's put it that way.
For the most part.
Yeah, and next week we will start on mine. I said a little while ago, my games are in the modern era. I run a superhero role-playing game. It's in the Hero System role-playing game, the 6th edition. And as far as I'm concerned, it is the best system out there for playing superheroes. A much underutilized genre in the role-playing role-playing games, but it's my favorite.
And then we have also some of you in chat that Mike the Tooth, who runs Cthulhu. We've got the other Mike, which I want to be just the other Mike.
By the way, in our group of gamers, all 8 of us, 3 of us are Mikes.
Yeah. Plenty of Mikes. We got them running. What's Mike T running?
Mike T is running
5th edition?
5th edition Dungeons and Dragons game.
Yeah, 5th edition's Dungeons and Dragons. We have Donnie, who is running another homebrew ICRPG, which, good Lord, the terrain that he has been building.
Oh man,
He makes his own. He models he's modeled all of his miniatures to basically a hedge maze garden.
Yes, it's going to be a maze.
Yeah, it's a big maze where you fight like demonic garden creatures and stuff, and the miniatures he's made for that is amazing. I mean, and he's been working his butt off too.
Yeah, he's got some really cool stuff. Tomorrow I'm going to work on getting our Discord public somehow. I'd like to share our art channel, that's for sure, with everybody. He's got all kinds of stuff on there, and the best way I can describe it is if Cthulhu and a flower garden had a baby.
Yeah.
Is what this stuff looks like. It's beautiful and horrifying all at the same time.
Demonic topiary.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to play testing that again. I mean, just because those miniatures are just amazing.
Yeah. We also have Mike the Tooth on here. He is running a Call of Cthulhu.
Yep.
As he said there in the chat, I just noticed. He's running the is it Call of Cthulhu system? Is that the name of the system? Chaosium? Is that the name of the system?
I'm not
What's the name of the system, Tooth?
Yes. Chaosium.
Yes.
Yes, Chaosium, or yes.
So yes, it's either yes Chaosium, yes Cthulhu.
One of the two.
Oh, it's 7th edition Call of Cthulhu. I've got it. Homebrewed. We love our homebrews.
Yeah. I mean, that's part of the joy of it all, is having these rule systems. When you get to the point that you know them well enough, and the people you're playing with know them well enough, that you come up with your, where everybody's like, man, that doesn't make sense. That's not right. It'd be a lot easier just to do this. And you do that for years and years and years, and you end up with some pretty interesting homebrewed systems. It's more that are more geared towards your group, and that's the main thing. I know I said it once already. That's what I like about the ICRPG system, is that it is so, I mean, even sometimes a little bit too much, where it's just a basic framework. It leaves a lot up to you to homebrew, to get it figured out how you want to handle things, especially the magic side of it. They leave the magic side way up to the, it's pretty much between the magic user and the dungeon master to figure out what the limitations on some of the magic are. And if you're not on it, if you're not real specific about the way some of the magic spells function, it can get out of hand real quick on you. If you stay around and watch me craft long enough, you'll learn that I craft mainly everything with this, with one big razor knife. I mean, I can do all kinds of, finite detail with it. I can do all kinds of crap with that razor knife. I've been using it for so long. Let's see if I can break this. Not wanting to snap yet. I'm trying to keep this camera. I'm kind of wiggling things all over the place here. And I'm the same way. I've done a lot of construction throughout my life, and I've always joked about I can build an entire house with a Sawzall. I can do anything with a Sawzall.
It may not look pretty, but it'll work.
There we go. See, that's the other thing with the styrofoam. Like you see, with just that snap, I carved it in there a little bit, gave it a line so that it would break straight. And now look at the edge. It gives you a nice start on that stone texture with the way it snaps. Okay. Bring that back over. See how this fits.
hoping is going to happen with these live streams is, I know like the crafting stuff can, you know, it's pretty popular. You know, and like these beginning stages of building this stuff, you know, it's not real exciting, but I have a feeling, well, I'm hoping that once I get to the point where I'm doing details and flocking and you know, painting and stuff like that, that I'm hoping that the algorithm catches it and pumps it out there, because there is a huge audience for crafting. Nerds, right? See, trying to figure out. Yeah.
And like he was saying, we just need to get the right algorithm. People will notice us, because there is lots of talent here at Team Argonaut, and we're, like as I said, our goal is to share it with the world, and we just need we're hoping to get, you know, hit the right audience to make it explode so everybody can see us.
Right. And you are, you know, the other Argonauts that are here, I mean, this streaming like this, I just got into it probably a couple months ago. Or I have another YouTube channel that I stream Call of Duty on, and mainly I started doing it because I play a lot of Call of Duty, and I do, you know, I figure I might as well put it out there, but I wanted to learn how to stream, you know, how to do this streaming stuff, and so I've been using that Filmora program, it's like a video editing program. And then I started using this program, this OBS. That's what you're looking at right now with the picture-in-picture and all that. There's all kinds of cool stuff you can do on this program. I just need to get it all set up for this channel. But I think, you know, as the quality of the streams go up, you know, so will our viewership. It's going to help our subscriptions, you know, and it's going to get it out there, get us out there. I'm hoping to be able to push this channel at GenCon, you know, somewhat, and get those subscribers up. I think it'll be cool, you know. But if any other guys want to learn how to do this, how to use OBS and stuff, reach out to me. I can walk you through it. As long as you have a YouTube channel, you can do it, and it's pretty simple. A YouTube channel I mean, literally all I'm using, my laptop, 2 webcams, and my YouTube channel. That's all I'm using, and the OBS program.
And if some old ass, out of touch old men like us can figure it out, you can too.
Yeah, definitely. So I mean, it's pretty easy. You know, like Tooth, you could literally do it from your phone, you know, and take it out in your yard and show us your metal smithing, you know, or your what is it? What's he doing with to make the
oh yeah, the
game of
the royal game of that's another game we're running at GenCon. We're running a tournament, and the prize for the tournament is a copy of the royal game of And for the people out there that don't know what that is, it is the oldest playable board game in existence. It's about 4,000, 5,000 years old, and as I said, it's the oldest. It's the oldest game. They found the board, they found the pieces, and they found rules written down. And as I said, it came from, was it the Sumerians?
Yeah,
the old ancient Sumerians. So Gilgamesh played this game. Surely he did. But anyway, we are making a copy of it for ourselves. One of the people, we have a blacksmith amongst us, and he's also in the chat. Mike the Tooth. Tooth is the blacksmith that is going to make the board itself out of bronze, which is awesome because this game was invented in the Bronze Age, and while it's normally played on a wooden board, a bronze board is going to be way cooler.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
But he's going to make the board. We've ordered the dice. It takes some specialty dice to do it. And well, I guess it's not too special. They're 4-sided dice with it, but they only roll 1s or 2s because that's what I guess what they rolled 4-sided dice, but the only options were 1 or 2. So we're going to figure out how to do that, and we've also got to figure out who the pieces that we're going to use.
Just lowering this down a little bit. Wow, that didn't really make any difference at all. That kind of surprises me. Okay.
Spin it this way, I'm out of frame.
I was trying to send it. There we go.
How about this one? There we go. There we are. But anyway, yes. Tooth's making the board. We've got the dice. The rules. We know the rules. We just have to have them copied down. We're going to figure out how we're going to do that. Are probably going to lean on one of our other game masters, Mike T. He has some really cool fonts. He's also a teacher, which makes him the perfect guy to send your second draft to make it into a cohesive and succinct and exciting final draft.
Yeah, it's going to be cool. And you going to tell them about what we learned about GenCon?
What do we learn about GenCon? I'd love to. What did we learn about GenCon?
What did we learn about GenCon?
Start us out. I'll follow up.
That everything is live right now, and
oh yes. I'm sure all you attendees know, but if you don't, GenCon games are live right now. Get on the GenCon website. Go to put in and under the filters gaming group Team Argonaut. And all of our games will pop up. My game is called, and this is where I wish I could just go like this. And
it's right here.
And then the graphics pop up, but as I said, we haven't figured that part out yet. But we have my game. It's called Argonauts Iron Reckoning. And as I said earlier, next week we are going to start making the terrain for that one. We also have Charlie's game, which is the Cliffs of New Haven. Mm-hmm. That's the ICRPG game. As I said before, my game is the Hero System. It's a superheroes game. We also have Mike the Tooth is running, what is the name of his game? What's the name of your game, Mike? Oh, I feel stupid. Let me look it up. So I don't look stupid.
We didn't prepare a lot for this today.
Right. Yeah, I found out this morning that we're doing this.
I called Justin this morning and was like, "Hey, do you notice I went live?" And he was like, what do you mean? So I was messing with it. I thought it was gonna take me a lot longer to figure it out how to go live on this, but it's not right. It's not the way I want it to be, but it worked, and we got on pretty quick. So that was nice to be able to jump on this quick. I don't know if you notice here, I'm carving steps, which is a tedious process, but if done right, it looks really good.
Hey, we got graphics coming up on it. How'd that happen?
Coming up on where? Oh, that's where people are hitting the heart button.
Oh.
They're hitting this heart.
Oh, that's cool.
They do that. And
I see.
Yeah. Sounds like a Pornhub search. What's she talking about? It's called Beavertown Bag Job.
Yeah, Mike the Tooth's Cthulhu game is the Beavertown Bag Job. Beavertown Bag Job.
It doesn't sound like a Pornhub
apparently
search.
It might be a very porn-like Cthulhu game, horror and sex. But no, not really. It's definitely not like that. It's all family friendly. Ignore that last comment.
That's hilarious.
But if you go to the GenCon website, into the search function on events, put in Team Argonaut, and all of our games pop up. We have the Maison des. Oh, this is a French word. Maison d'Espoir. I just butchered that, but it is a role-playing game. Kate is running that game, and it is the Bluebeard's Bride First Edition is the name of that game. I'm actually looking very forward to play testing this because I've never heard of the system before, but the description sounds really cool. As I said, I can't wait to play it. Can't wait to check it out. Next, we have Quest Giver. This is a role-playing game. It's all going to be theater of the mind. I have play tested this one. It is, what's the name of the game system? The game system is, why does it not say? Oh, okay. Roll for Shoes is the name of that game system. Roll for Shoes 5th edition. It's inspired by the British panel show Taskmaster. And as I said, I play tested this one. It's funny, it's fun, it's really cool. We got the Tournament of which we'll go in, which we've talked about a little bit. We've talked about the prize of the tournament, which is a copy of the Royal Game of We also have the tournament itself. We've invented the game, and what it is basically, it is 2 teams. It's 160 people can enter the tournament altogether, which will make 32 teams of 5. Now, the Tournament of as we're calling it, is played in 4 rounds, the 4 different battles. The first battle starts out with 32 teams of 5. It's just 5 people against 5 people just in a battle. They're going to start the game, battle each other. As I said, we invented the game. We've made the characters and the rules and such. I really like it in that it's very simple. It's really simple, easy to learn, but a lot of room for strategy. And I love that about the system. The simplicity of it and the broad usefulness of it. But anyway, back.
And it's also a homebrew based off of the ICRPGs where it started was was a basic. It's something where we just modified the hell out of that ICRPG system.
And actually, it's from what it started to where it is now. It's very, very
it's significantly different now.
But anyway, first round is 2 teams fight each other. Winner advances to the next round. Winner gains an artifact, and they carry the artifact to the next round. The next round of games is a capture the flag style of game, where each person has their artifact at their own end in their own home base, and the name of the object of the game is to capture the other team's artifact, bring it to your home base, and successfully bring it to your home base while still controlling your artifact. And the winner of that, that brings it down. That brought it from 160 to 80. So after the second round, it'll be down to 40 people. Now, after that second round, after the capture the flag round, it kind of changes up a little bit. The winning teams will turn on themselves. It'll be a 5-person free-for-all, and the last person standing in that, the last person standing there will be the one that advances to the last round. The last round is going to be an 8-person free-for-all. It's going to be 8-piece football versus themselves. And the winner of that, the last person standing of that, is the one that wins the board game, the Royal Game of Now, we will be streaming. That's the Good Rock. Check out the Good Rock, people. We will also be streaming our making the Tournament of boards. What you're seeing now is the making of one board, and the Tournament of we're going to be showing you and learning ourselves how to make a terrain for a game mass production style without having the mass production factory equipment to do it.
You just lock lock Charlie in the garage and don't let him come out until it's done.
Throw him some crackers under the door every
Yeah.
once in a while. But anyway, as I said, the games went live. Now, for some reason, only round 3 and round 4 are live on GenCon right now. I don't know. They're saying they still need to find room for rounds 1 and 2. I'm not sure how that's going to quite work if they don't find room. But write GenCon and let them know you want to see rounds 1 and 2 of the tournament of played at GenCon. I'm sure that'll make the difference.
Yeah.
Anyway, on to the next game. Beyond the Tournament of we also have Assault on the Mad Druid's Maze. This is another home-brewed version of the index card role-playing game. This is the Cthulhu Rose Garden English, what's it called? What are those hedge mazes called? English, is that an English maze? English garden? I forget what's like that. But it's all going to take place in one of those.
Demonic topiary.
Yeah, the demonic topiary. But once again, that is the Assault on the Mad Druid's Maze, run by the Dork Lord.
Yeah, Dork Lord.
Donnie the Dork Lord. And next we have the Cliffs of New Haven. This is what we've been working on today. The ICRPG game of Climbing the Cliff. Next we have Team Icarus versus the Black Dawn. This is another Superheroes 5th edition hero system game. This Bob is running this game, and he has put a lot of effort and a lot of
history,
time and effort in this. He's been working on this since last GenCon.
Yeah.
And his stuff, once again, if I get our Discord channel to be public, you'll see some of his stuff. It's really cool, really neat looking.
Yeah, he's spent
it involves lights. There's actually lighting and such.
He's 3D printed some really cool stuff. But, yeah, I have no doubt that his deal is going to be awesome. He's one of the newcomers to the Argonauts also, which, I mean, we have quite a few.
Yeah, we have quite a few newcomers this year.
Yeah,
but yeah, he's the way we met him, he's one of the people that I didn't actually we didn't know before GenCon. My first year of running a game at GenCon was in tandem with Charlie being my partner in it. He and his family, I'm not going to say their last name, but hey, the bees from Kansas City.
Are they Kansas?
It's
I don't know.
It's Kansas or Missouri.
Missouri.
I think it's Missouri. I'm sorry if I'm wrong.
They're out there in the middle. They're in the middle.
Yeah, they're out there in the middle.
But they're a wonderful family, and they came and played the first year, and they pretty much became the standard for our heroes games. Like every year when we were developing our hero games, we were like, okay, what are they going to do to screw us up now? Because they are the epitome of a family that games together, where you put them all three together on a team, and they're going to give you problems as a dungeon master because they know all the tricks. They're good. They're very good.
They're the best natural teamwork group I've ever seen in my life.
And I don't mean like trouble, but I mean they're good. If you didn't think of something, they're gonna think of it. And they caused us fits.
Yeah, especially the first couple GenCons, they scared us. I almost had to bring in invisible teleporting robots with teleporting rays to get them to the last part because they were just figuring it out and sidestepping it. But anyway, he's running Team Icarus versus the Black Dawn. Said Bob's running it. He's put a lot of effort into the system and into the terrain. It is going to be spectacular. Next we have Argonauts Iron Reckoning. That is the game that I'm going to be running, and this is the game that next week we will be showing the making of the terrain. Next, we have...
Well, the start of the making of the terrain.
Yeah, the start of the making of the terrain. Next, we have Dawn at Blackwell Keep. This is... Mike T is running this one. It is a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition game. And, folks, his terrain is absolutely outstanding. The attention to detail that he shows. If you can just... On our YouTube page, you'll see some of the examples. Some of the first shorts that we published were him doing flyovers of his terrain. I advise checking it out because it is spectacular. But anyway, he is running a 5th edition D&D game at GenCon. As I said, once again, called Dawn at Blackwell Keep. And I think that's it. That is all of our games. Was that 8? Was that 8? That was 8 of us, I guess. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I believe I went through everybody's. If I forgot somebody, please tell me about it because I need to get our games out there, but I think that's it. Team Argonaut is 8 Game Masters strong this year. We've doubled in size from last year, in which we've doubled from the size before. It was, oh no, it was me, you, and Mike. Okay, we gained one person last year, and then we gained another 4 between last year and this year. So we're growing in size and hopefully growing in popularity.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. I'm really looking forward to it. We have the Denver room all weekend. That's going to be awesome. That room's awesome. Didn't somebody say there's a rule? Isn't there a rule against putting a banner up in the?
Yeah, there's rules to size. Now, the size of the banners we have are within the parameters of what they need. Any banner we make can't be any longer than 18 linear feet.
Like, I really like the idea of getting a banner to hang in that window.
Yeah, me too.
But somebody said there might be a rule against that. I can't remember who. But because that window's perfect advertising space.
Yeah, man.
Really
the Denver room. They last year was the first year we were there, and we asked that all of Team Argonaut be posted in one room, so all of our rooms would be in one place, and they did, and the room was just
wonderful.
Awesome. It's the Denver room at the Marriott Hotel in downtown Indianapolis. It's a small conference room, and it is located in a good crossroads for people, gamers walking around on the second floor of the Marriott. It's a good crossroads that's where one of the skywalks goes to another building. Mm-hmm. It's right where the escalator comes up from the first floor. And with lots of traffic, because our room, all of our games or most of our games are very visual. We have terrain with them, and it's cool just to look at. And anybody who comes, if you don't play in our games, just stop by.
Yep.
We love for you to see what we're doing the stuff that we're doing out there. Last year we got plenty of compliments. People going to the headquarters, each of the small GenCon headquarter, a little outpost, and complimenting us, saying that our games were really, really good. So and that, as far as I'm concerned, is the best kind of compliment that we can get. People themselves saying how good we are. We know how good we are.
But it's nice to get that.
Yeah,
that confirmation.
Yeah, it's definitely nice to get that confirmation, and the word of mouth. That's the best advertising is word of mouth, and that's what that is.
Trying to decide what all to put on this. This is where I kind of have to decide.
Hey, Julie, my stepdaughter, my daughter, her boyfriend has a 3D printer, so maybe we do kind of have one accessible. Maybe for a fair price, he can print some stuff up for us.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and Tooth, one of these weekends we got to come up there because he knows how to he knows how to set a 3D printer up. He might be able to help
Yeah.
you out with that, and we'd love to do that.
Yeah, it's not hard once you. The beauty of it is once you get it dialed in, you know, you figure out what kind of resin you want to use, and get it dialed into that resin, and then pretty much as long as your ambient temperature in your room, you know, stays at the same level, you don't have to mess with it after that. The resin is what I'm talking about.
Hey, we're getting something. Are you guys still seeing us okay? We're getting a message saying, error, YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will something. What do you mean they're not getting enough video? We got 2 cameras running.
No, well, I don't think I think they're getting lag.
Oh, they're getting lagged on us. Open widget.
Buffering.
Ah.
Stream status poor. Serious issues that need
Yeah,
attention.
they're saying that they can see us.
So you guys aren't seeing any major issues there. I don't understand how I could. I don't know what I can do. 43 is not receiving enough video. Oh, there we go. It jumped. Dylan Patterson. Yes, wrong one. You see in here, but also we probably wouldn't charge you unless it got ridiculous. I've been having trouble with it not sitting on the plate, and at the end of the printing process, there's nothing there. Yeah, with it not. It's those first. It's been a couple years since I've used mine, but you have those first couple layers. You have to overexpose it to make it stick to the plate. That's just part of the getting it set up process. Can't remember what that first. It's like the first couple layers of the resin print. It has to be exposed a little bit longer so that it'll adhere to that plate. And if you don't have the gap between the plate, the film, the gap between the film, the bottom of your tub, that gap has to be perfect. The way I used to set it was with a sheet of paper. Is that you lower it down, have one sheet of paper in there. You lower it down to where you just barely have to tug on the paper to get it to slide out. But it's getting that gap distance set. And as mine got older and quit working, that was the same issue that I have. That'd be so frustrating. You start a print and let it go and come back a half hour later to check on it and it's nothing, and then you have to empty your whole vat and clean the crap out of the bottom of it because it all hardens in your resin. It can be a pain in the butt, but once it gets set up, it's so worth it, man. Be able to print those minis, print miniatures and stuff. It's amazing. I saw a logo demonetized. What? What do you mean a logo demonetized? It's been buffering, yeah. Hey everybody, if you haven't yet, hit that like button. I just noticed we only have like 3 likes on here. I know there's more than 3 of you in there. Hit that like button for us, please. They will tell you need ventilation. It's like, oh, you're supposed to wear safety glasses. You know, no. I mean, most of the newer resins, the resins now, like back when they first came out, 8 years ago, the resins were pretty stinky, and the resins were pretty stinky, and the fumes were pretty bad. But most of them now, the fumes off of them aren't bad at all. So no, you don't have to worry that much about the ventilation on it. People might give me, I might get hell for saying that, but like Justin knows, I had it there in my game room running while we were playing all night, and until you open the cover,
you don't smell anything.
You don't smell anything. I mean, it's not that bad.
All right. That being said, technically, a legal disclaimer: always use in a ventilated source, using M95 or better masks with filters, so you don't catch cancer.
And safety gloves and safety
gloves.
glasses, and wear a helmet to be safe.
And a bunny suit.
Hit the X on the chat and like it there. Yeah. You have to pull the chat down and like it. Yeah, smash that like button for me. Where's that? What do we do with this? So there's a start on this. I'm going to step off to the side here, speaking of cancer. But we got a decent start on this. I mean, obviously, I'm still gonna need to take it around there. They got the steps. I still need to texture that, decide what kind of. I may put another set of steps up, like right in the middle. I'm thinking maybe. Depends on if I go for the ritual thing. Because if I go for the ritual thing here, I'm gonna get this set there. Yeah, if I go for the ritual, I'll probably create something here. But that's gonna be dependent on my campaign story, because I have some other ideas of other rituals that will be going on. But yeah, this is gonna be they're basically gonna start along this front edge, work their way up in here. There will be something here. Maybe I make this a big role-playing encounter here, and then they go up. I can make some type a role-playing encounter here, and stuff from above starts falling on people, and it gives the players a reason to have to climb. I've just got to work on it. Come up with some ideas. The more I build on it, the more it will come to me. Let's see those.
Now, the gist of it is going to either be the reason for going up there. They'll be chasing something, or something will be chasing them.
Yeah. Well, I initially in my description is they're going up there for the purpose of finding a cult and stopping the cult.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it was kind of, I left it way open for interpretation. But they know there's going to be some bad guys up there. There's going to be some bad guys up there that they have to go find and root out of the mountainside. And this is all based off of a part of. We have an ICRPG campaign that we run with Justin and Teddy, my son Michael, and Justin, Teddy, Michael, Liam,
James.
My grandson James. Am I leaving somebody out?
Well, we've also had Scott. We've also had Corey.
And then we've had a few other people rotate in and out. But we've been running this. Why is all my so weird? My text things are being strange, like not wanting to let me bring up people. Damn it. but we've been running this one campaign for how long?
Years.
I mean, literally years. I mean, probably 4 or 5 years, and we're finally getting towards the end. But this, the Cliffs of New Haven, was one of the ones they did. I posted it in the Discord, pictures of the original cliff that I built. And it was hard because it's hard to get it to it's hard to get a good picture of it for some reason. Like the photos just won't do it justice. Sorry, I just realized I just sent that to Mikey, and I'm gonna do it to Liam too.
Oh, I thought I put. Oh man, I didn't do that group. No, Teddy knew. I did do that group.
Oh, okay.
Oh, by the way, spider goats.
Oh shit. Oh, are those metal?
Yeah, looks like it.
Oh yeah. Sweet. How many of them do you have? How many spider goats do we have?
This is it, folks. Kind of hard to see, and unpainted at the top view, but there they are, goats. Folks, they actually exist. Spider goats, or what did he call them? Cannon something? Oh no, it's called spider goat. I see it at the top. It's spider goat.
Yeah, but he had a fancy name.
Yeah, he did have a fancy name for him.
Okay. So I'm trying to think what my next. So I don't want to. Like, my instincts just start gluing everything together, but you can't do that. You'll mess yourself up. I've got to build and texture everything individually and then put it together. Like these. I'm real hesitant on the faces of these. How am I going to do this?
I guess my grandkid just said hi to me again. Hey, Alex, and
hi, Alex.
What do you think, Alex? We should make spider goats, shouldn't we?
No damn spider goats. But I have the minis. Capropods.
Capropods. Now, did you make that word up?
Or is that some weird Cthulhu shit? Mutants Crawl Classics calls them capropods. Oh yeah. Oh, you got just 2 of them. I might have to look those up. I might have to order some of those, man. Those look like they could be too much fun.
Yep.
I mean, something about mountain goats with spider legs. That's wonderful. I see a nest of them.
Ooh, and you know what would be a cool visual is webbing. Can we make webbing terrain or something? Kind of like you use the cotton that you use for the fire, but can you make it thinner and still?
Yeah.
Or they sell
they
sell that
Halloween
stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's.
See, because another one of the plans on this is, as they're climbing it, there are going to be caves. There will be cave entrances in. So like there'll be a cave entrance here, and when they go into the cave, I'll have another board that I put down on the table, and that'll be the interior of the cave. So you'll have some people walking around, crawling around on the outside of the wall, other people that are in the caves. And I want to have the caves like I'll have, I'm thinking like a cave that's down low down here, and they can go in, explore the cave, and then find another exit, and the exit comes out on the other side, on another spot of the thing. I could even, and this is just talking off the top of my head, I could do something like have 3 or 4 or 5 little cave entrances, and have the caves inside like a maze type of thing, where they go in and they kind of wander and they don't have any idea where they are, and then they pop out, a random hole on the front. There's a lot I could do with that. Because I have my game is 5 hours. I have it set for 5 hours, and I said there would be a half-hour break, that we'd have a half-hour break. Yeah, you can make it with hot glue. You can do hot glue. It's a little tedious. I've tried doing it before. I mean, you can get it look right, but it's real fragile. They're real fragile. If you break it, it's screwed. Using hot glue to make spider webs. But I like the cave idea, where the group gets to a point, they go in a cave. I throw down the the cave board on the table. They do that, make that fight, and maybe continue on and come out another hole, or go right back out that hole, something like that. In the original one, I think I had a baby dragon in one of them. I had that green dragon. There was like a baby green dragon,
right?
And that was like the main bad guy. And I'll probably reuse that too, because like while they're climbing, there's like a baby dragon, or what else do we have? Like some kind of like a pterodactyl of some sort. Like some things that are flying around out here, attacking you, bothering you while you're trying to climb the board. So there can be a lot there will be a lot going on the wall. What do you think about this V shape though? You think that's cool?
Yeah, I do like it.
I like it a lot better than just the flat board. And once we
gotta maybe figure a way to round it out, because rock formations generally don't have a big.
Yeah. Well, it's like that piece. The piece that I cut, I think it's on the ground right there. So what I'll do is, I'll have to make this thinner, but this will fit in there. This will fit in there, and then I'll use like rubble or whatever to cover the seams, to make it a more rounded, but that will be fit in there, so it gives it a more rounded. And then once I texture it, I'll texture it, dribble rubble all over the wall, and glue that, and it'll hide those little seams that are there. I'll hide them as best I can. I think that'll be fine. Could even make like a weird like carved pillar. Like a carved pillar that stands here.
Ooh, yeah.
It looks like it's carved out of the rock face.
Yeah. A pillar, totem pole-esque maybe.
Yeah. But yeah, those are a lot of the ideas that I'm working with. And like I said, throughout this week, I'll brainstorm on it some more. Do a little bit more work on it. I don't know how it's going to work if I'm going to do any major work. I'll probably get a better idea of how I want my walkways to go. Maybe even cut them out and kind of get them ready, and then the next time I live stream on this is when I'll attach them and kind of walk through how we're doing, how we're going to attach it and put it together. But like I said, it's kind of boring thought process at this point until once I get it all, once it's all together and ready to paint, that's when the excitement's going to happen, because the painting part of it's by far the most exciting piece to it. But it takes a little bit of time, but all I got to do is stand here and look at it long enough, and I'll get it figured out. Ugh.
Spider Dragon. Where's the? Oh, here, Atlantic. Okay. So we're a little over 2 hours.
All right. So is that it?
Yeah,
Good.
we'll call it. So
we're winding down the end of our inaugural live stream. Thank you all for joining. Thank you guys for chatting to us and giving us something to talk about.
We were afraid we were just going to stand here looking at each other.
Right. As I said, we're going to be doing this every Sunday, probably around this time, maybe a little bit earlier. If you would, like you said, please like us, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And once again, thank you all very much.
And next week, I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to work on the stream quality thing and some more graphics and stuff like that. I'll have some exciting, more exciting shit to put up. So it should be a little.
So yeah,
it's a growing process. It's a growing process. I know it. It's kind of boring at first, but once we get everything in place and all the doodads and stuff going, I think it'll be cool.
Yeah, cool. See us on our webpage at teamargonaut.net.
Yes, teamargonaut.net.
All one word, all lowercase, if that matters.
Yep. It's going to take a little time.
That'll give, it shows they all have a little biography, sort of a gaming biography of ourselves in there. Our crafters, some of the work they've done, and so on and so forth.
Yep.
So is that it?
I think that's it.
All right, folks. Thank you once again.
And what's our tagline?
Until next time, have a great game.
Have a great game, guys. Thank you very much. Done. Yay.
Is that it?
Yep, that's it. Not too bad.
I think that one actually went a hell of a lot better than I was afraid. It wasn't the worst case scenario. I thought it was going to be like you were saying, us just sitting there watching each other.
Yeah.
And me trying to figure out what to fucking say. I hope I didn't to anybody to death.
No. I think that went good. Check it out. They're still talking. This has not been boring. This was awesome. Great job, guys.
Hey, it says you're still. It says we're still streaming.
It said I'm.
No,
it said.
no.